back to Ibrahim Hamad. Receives it again here on the left wing. A little bit more sure here. Decent job. Possession still with the Tanzanian side. Trezeguet gets on his bike. Here's the number 7. Captain looking very dangerous indeed. Cuts inside one too many times. Both men with the armband. Just locking horns there. Zingeli gets it back to Moneto. Hamad. And that's just given away quite casually. Isaka, who was at fault for that goal, you have to say. Osman rounded out by the Tanzanian players. Look at the stretch of legs. Zuzua has to probably go at it alone. Maybe a cutback is on here. It does result in a corner kick, the number 10 doing what he could. Could expect some more changes here. Let's see what the coaches come up with, but there we go. Number 23, Isaka. Not the way he would have wanted his game to end, especially after losing the ball under his feet for that equaliser for Ahly. On in his place, the ever-experienced Mohamed Husseini, the 29-year-old. First sub for Young Africans, as there's just a bit of commotion in the box. And a free kick's given to Ahly. Goalkeeper will always be protected there, and he got the punch away, so all credit to Shabir. Just speaking to his assistant and wondering what kind of key can unlock the defense of Ahly at this stage. Set pieces, and you see them in continental competition, can prove so effective. They absolutely gold dust. Territory made up by Ahly there, but one well, and Zuzua has it here on the left wing. Pass on the outside to Zingeli. First touch for Husseini. It's well done by Yanga, but not too much on that pass there for Okello to collect. Well, the question is, would he just tore up the Danish manager have taken a point from Tanzania? You would almost certainly say yes. It is a difficult ground to come to. There's always home advantage. Young Africans have developed a real sense of togetherness and compatibility, as well as confidence in the Tanzan League this season. Like he was shoved off the ball there, and it is a free kick going the way of Chukwuka. 31-year-old's been largely silent and kept at bay by the Ahly defenders, but this time getting his body directly in the way there, and Torup's not best pleased with his defence or with the decision. It's hard to make out which one. Either way, Young Africans with another chance to surge ahead. Looks like it could be the left boot to a bit in of Okello. Again, it passes everyone, it bounces dangerously in the box. They still have it here, Young Africans. They picked it off their toes. Okello comes out wide. Here's an opportunity. No! Had to take the strike on. and down the throat of the goalkeeper at the end. Abuya hangs his head after that effort. You really have to be decisive in your decision making, in your abilities as well. You have to show confidence to take the shot on. And it was a very similar situation to what we saw earlier with Tayyip Mohammed when he decided not to go for the strike. Slightly asleep there, the Tanzanian fullback Husseini. Play with almost a 5 at the back. Okello decides to go down the line. Yazin Zengeli, an early cross into the centre of the box. Diminutive number 7 seems to throw in for his troubles. Another change here, and this is the one we were expecting. Prince Dube on for Depu, who has again failed to make any kind of impression. But we can give the number 14 a pat on the back for starting the move that at least led to the goal. Playing through to Papon Zuzua, who would have liked to at least receive more opportunities to strike a goal himself. Does get a pat on the back, a better outing at least than the last time against Ahly. So Depu for Prince Dube, 28-year-old from Zimbabwe, who did score that goal against us. But he also scored in the qualifiers against Williet. Just as we connect ourselves again for another cooling break. It has been an exhausting one here at the Zanzibar Heat. It's a very different talk for these players, and for Trezeguet. Just a reminder of this goal here. Malian. There's Trezeguet. He held it up so well to create the space, and Dieng firing it in. And that's exactly the response that Jethro was seeking. Ahly Dieng. Sixth appearance in the Champions League so far, scoring the crucial goal. He's already started 12 times in the Egyptian Premier League. Hasn't scored there. In fact, that is his first goal of the season. And it's great for him as well, having gone out on loan to Al Khaloud. A 3 million evaluation, a €3 million evaluation. And Dieng now firmly a fixture in the Ahly side. Takes the job for a first time cross. Rebounds off the player, and ends up being a young African throw-in. The most traditional throw-ins though from Decent job. Still arrives at the feet of Alan Kello. It's been very promising, the young Ugandan. There's Zuzua. Oh, Zuzua does excellently. Bypass the player. It's a pretty header. Oh no, Zengeli couldn't direct it on target. Screams of anguish from the Congolese player. Oh, look at how Zuzua manages to evade the player. And Zengeli. Could that be the chance? Rochelle tells his players to go again. Absolutely frustration on the pace on the trainer, because against such an esteemed side like Ahly, chances like that don't come Very often, they're very few and far between, in fact, and Chabel will be thanking his lucky stars because anywhere on target, you can almost guarantee there would be a goal. Here's Zageli to the top of the box, and he should have slid in for the strike, Prince Dube. They still have it here. Turning on the charm, Zuzua collects it here at the edge of the box, goes for strike and just rising over the bar. A flurry of chances for Yanga. Blurring lips in frustration there. Ivorian. You saw Prince Dube, perhaps he thought there was someone behind him. There just seems to be a bit of a problem looking at the calf of Yasser Ibrahim. Just up there by the medical staff of Ahly. I just need to stretch that 32-year-old, the heart of the Eagles defense. Going into this game, there was a high probability, at least if you're a betting man, you're likely to do the job. Looks like there's more substitutes coming onto the field. Ahmed Ramadan, the 28-year-old centre-back, one for his first appearance, is going to be the first his team have to sort out this corner kick. Okello, desperate to assist with another goal. Again, going short this time. Okello to receive it again, most likely. Goes to the top of the box. The little back kill, chipped in, just evading everyone. Might still stay in play with Mamieto. No, it doesn't to the end. And now a chance for those substitutes to be made. Toro is absolutely incandescent for the fact that the fourth official hasn't got his sign up in time. Making the case that Yannick Fordou, Cameroon fourth official there. Lucky managing really to get the ball to drop favourably. Here's Okello, passes it through the middle, tracking back into the defence. Now he plays it out and finally we will get a chance for Ahmed Aid and Ahmed Ramadan to get onto the pitch to defenders. Zizou is the man that's coming off, as well as Yasser Ibrahim. It looks like that pitch that he felt at the back of his leg was enough. And a first appearance back when Ramadan at least since they qualify against England. What a chance for Ahmed Aid. You play just 1 minute against the young Africans. Can add to those minutes here. Right back side from El Masri. That does also mean that the number 5, Ahmed Ali Ben Ramdan, this is the central midfield position in Tunisia. Hoping to get a little bit more touches of the ball. Here's Jen. Oh, excellent pass here. First time for Ramadan. Cross does come in. The players waiting at the back post, but seems to escape all of them until it is picked up by Ramadan again. Good pass from Koka. And Zuzua shielding the ball. When they're by the byline, pirouetting down to the ground. We've got 10 minutes left from this swinging Celtic in Zanzibar. sides still feel that there is a winner left in this game. Just a job. Speeding down the line. A bit of a tussle there. Just a stab down to my Ramadan. And Ahly with the one change still to be made. Africans have a lot more options on the bench to at least provide some fresh options. Kevin just goes to ground. But the referee is not interested in providing any kind of respite for young Africans. Starts again with Ahmed Ramadan.
Ambayo inaonyesha ya mwisho inaonyesha tarehe 29. Ndio. Tarehe 29 kulikuwa na watu 180.
Strange looking header from Damaro. It's to his defense, but that's picked up his pocket. Just found the overlapping run from Osman. Osman, still with the ball under his toes. There's his back for the cross and evades everyone. Trezeguet won't even attempt to try and get that. Just job with the quick throw. You can see there is a bit of urgency in the home side's play.
Lakini kwa haraka hapo naona hapo wanafanya
Neto Hamad giving it out to the left wing. Fullback, we can say. His arms on the right side, holding for it. Keno does receive it. Zengeli is fouled, and he has a decent opportunity. That's why there's a few heads in hand there. Give it on Ali Ben Ramadan. Possibly a little bit too far out towards his right to think about taking the shot on. That's been one of the standout attackers. Yanga doing everything that he can to facilitate the lead. Get the smiles back on the faces of those supporters. So it chips it into the back post. It's well headed out though. And a free kick is given to Ahly. It'll come to nothing in the end.
Wanangu wanaopiga sasa hivi ambao vinaenda. Watakuwa wanaondoka sana.
Another big match showing revealed some of the energies of African Cup nations. Home side taking the lead through the unlikely source of Ibrahim Ahmed just on the stroke of half time. And was after an excellently worked free kick from Richie. On the 60th minute it was Andrew Dieng.
Unaweza ukajaribu au
And now Osman finds himself in space. The flag has gone up. Tackle in the end though.
Hizo jaribu vigome au waache hapo uweze kujitamba sivyo. Mwanangu kwa hii hayo.
Working with Husseini and a change in the offing. And it wasn't supposed to be named among the substitutes today. Israel window started in the last game against Ahly. Right wing, right back, effectively playing in that right full-back position. That has now been vacated by Adam Kello. So a very promising game. Still 5 minutes to at least not concede a goal that would surely be a winner for either side here. Dieng now operating in the defensive midfield. Works some interesting channels. He moves from defensive midfield to right wing. Something that we are too accustomed to seeing when opponents works. We absolutely employ it. Yes,
Sì, io non lo
that's
fanno
quite good. It's a job, and he's just not really watching. Has to be alert to it.
unasema kwenye mti au unasema ndio kama
Don't go over.
Wewe mbona usindio na makosa hivi ndio
Curious where's there from Israel. Went up. Feel that was deserving of a foul. And Ahly, well, you can see the player there. And getting the shot at the back. Now, crucially for those, have to make sure that they all first the ball here. As for Ahly, will they be vindicated for staying positive? It's just a flick back to eventually. That's really not good at all. And allows for a quick throw. So receives the ball from the goalkeeper. Into the midfield, there's a lot of players in the overlap here.
Nenda kwenye shoti zako za zamani
Just a set in, well-timed tackle from Ahly.
zile za mwisho za posti mwanzoni kabisa zile ndio walking angalia tu kutembea zile na angalia na kamera wewe huwezi kuposti kamera
It's just a
na
case of being quite strong enough to stay on his toes. That's well defended by Ahly in the end.
angalia nani kama unapisia kuangalia kwa kwanza kabisa
Well, going at the back of the player, you have to say that was more
shoti yako kwanza kabisa kwanza kabisa
than anything else.
angalia inavyoa
Shovels blowing his left centre back.
angalia jinsi ilivyo
Frustratingly for his side. They haven't capitalised it and
hata hivi unaweka mwanangu wazima kama unaweza kutembea zikiwa
you
hivi
do think that at 2-0 would be a completely different task.
hapo kutokea mwanangu unaweza kuona hata sababu
Less than 2 minutes of normal time remaining in this match here at the Yanga Stadium in Zanzibar.
alafu angalia kamera yako unavyoonekana
Nice little turn there from Trezeguet. Exactly to the midfield. Ramadan. The players still with some territory. Just pulled back. Defensive midfield that plays his left back.
hata kidogo kila siku nakuta wajua zikini na mbili
Now, over the top, they are starting to think